What's going on, everyone? How you guys all doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. As we close in on 25k subscribers, every now and then I like to take a look back through my catalog, what videos I've made so far. Many of you may know me for my efficiency videos and how I like to play the game in a really meticulous fashion. Some of you may have found me because I'm that guy that likes to merch, I stand at the GE, I flip items, it's what I do, I like the numbers of it all. Some others know me as the man that died to a fire giant AFK on his hardcore Iron Man. I have many names, but the one I think that most resonates with the people is I absolutely destroy money-making methods. That's what I do. It's literally what I live for. Whenever I see a money-making method that is just way too good, something inside of me says that cannot be anymore. I must ruin it. So that's what we're going to go through today. Over the 2 or so years that I've been making videos pretty consistently, I obviously like making money-making videos because they help people and they allow other people that weren't doing a money-making method good enough recently to be able to get something better. And we're going to take a look through my YouTube videos and I'm going to calculate how much I actually ruin money-making methods. Do I actually ruin it? Is it just a meme? Really, I don't know, but we're going to have to go through a lot of videos to get a good understanding of it. So let's hop on into it. So why not? We'll look at my most recent video to start. Makes sense. And obviously the top comment, now you killed my method. Thanks a lot, moron. Oh, man. Cuts deep. Yeah, and obviously those are the type of comments I get on every video. It's a meme or not, depending on if you're new or not. This video is made to show people how they can make 4 mil in a week just by being able to sell Chaos Runes to a shop. And basically, here are the prices as of this video, where I was able to make 4 mil an hour every week. Now, the price of an Onyx, literally, this is a month later, has not dropped at all. I can tell you within the first week, it did go down to 3 mil. In that case, the money-making method's about half to maybe 2 mil an hour, but that was something that didn't stay very long. This video was released July 24th, so if we look right here, that's July 23rd. July 24th, they dropped to 2.9 mil. That's actually not even that great. That's like maybe 1.5 mil an hour. So in the first few days, everyone tried it, used it up. And naturally, with the money-making methods, if you're not making money, everyone stops doing it. And then in a week's time, back to pretty much normal. 2 weeks time, we're back to normal. A week's time, we were pretty close. So there's the first method, and honestly, this is one that's pretty easy to kill off. Like, if it has a lot of supply at the beginning, it's hard to come back, but as you see, it does. Next, on my second newest video, I was talking about how you could actually make red topaz into burning ammies and make a decent profit there. Right now, the profit's actually down 200 GP per one, which means overall this money-making method's gone from 750k an hour to about 600 to 620k per hour. So obviously there, it may have gone down a little bit. However, that could just be due to margins. Even in that case, very small difference. So again, not a whole lot there. So this video is one where I definitely killed the method. It was a method that I was never going to use personally, but I thought it was cool enough to make a video on, if not for a couple of you to have the method for yourselves, just as an educational piece to show people that there are just strange ways of making money. And over time, once people stopped watching this video, a couple of you guys would have it to yourselves and would be able to make money off. It can't really hurt, and I don't think everyone thought, they could come here and make bank, because in the video I make that pretty. Now if we look in this video, there's 500 per stock in each world, and you can sell about 150 to 200 javelins before the store doesn't profit you anymore. So looking over on RS now, as we can see, there's 600 rune javelins, so you can make a little bit of money selling more there, and on top of that, there's no adamant javelins, which means you can make money as well there. Now looking around world to world, it does seem like people are using this method. I hopped to a few different worlds, and there was 600 or 650 in almost every world for rune javelins. So this method probably makes nowhere near 2.6 mil an hour. Oh yeah, here someone just went through that recently. It is one, though, that obviously people are still doing, so they find it viable enough to at least do, but it is one that I would consider actually dead. But that's just for the time being. So the next newest video that I made was over mole skins and how you can trade in mole parts such as claws and skins for profit by doing so in the Falador area. You just go to the park, you trade the gardener, he'll give you some nests, and you pretty much just decant the nest, and it's as simple as that. Now you can do 300 of each of these per day, and what I was able to find in the video is that you made 360k per day just by doing this as a nice little daily money-making method. Now it would take you 10 minutes, so it's a significant amount of time. Nothing to scoff at. However, since then, it actually actually has gone up 100K profit per day, coming in at 460K. So as far as a money-making method per hour, this is about 3 mil an hour just by simply doing this, and over time has actually gone up about 20%. I don't really know how many more examples I need to show. Obviously, I can run through, until the day ends, but I guess I'll just run through now what I guess works and what doesn't, because that could be a little side thing for this video, so you can get an idea as far as what is still good. So I did a video on the best non-combat moneymakers in old school RuneScape, and that is one that is just going to stay pretty much forever as a decent way of making money because, a lot of this stuff's bound by alch value, so it really doesn't matter all too much, and thus it doesn't really change no matter how many people do it. So for this one, it still works just as well as it did day one. So now this next one is one that is just, pretty clickbaity, probably the most insane training method I've ever used. Old school RuneScape style. This is where I did Onyx bolts and I was actually making profit on them. Now, you don't always get profit on fletching stuff. I made a lot of videos with fletching and it really just depends on the time and the margin at the time. But let's check and see what it is now. So this video is obviously one that has 100K views. It is just, it's a sick method. You watch this, you want to go train it. And right now, it actually isn't even that bad. I was making 100 GP profit per bolt in this video. Now, if you do it, I'm actually making 70. So it has gone down a decent bit. But overall, it's still a 1.3 mil an hour method where you get 180K fletching XP and magic XP. So again, something that a lot of people would write off. They see 100K views, they see what kind of method it is, and they're like, all right, it's ruined. But you go through and look, after time, all of this stuff really starts to kick back. And I think this is where we'll end it. This exemplifies exactly what I'm trying to say and what some of you may know. This video, I literally go and buy compost from a shop at a time where compost margins were good. I was making 2 mil an hour doing that, and that's not something I guess most people can expect. And I knew that putting this up, but again, it gets people thinking, and right now, I actually was making 10 GP per compost in this video. Now, after I check the margin, it is down to 7 GP per compost. Ultimately, it's much of the same rates that we saw in the last video. A little down, however, still, current rates, you can make 1.2 mil an hour buying compost. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing it in large quantities because, having like 200K compost in the G isn't the easiest thing to offload, but it's another example of this stuff bounces back over time, and really it's just a matter of waiting it out. Honestly, if you're new to the channel and you want to check out good money-making methods, all of the money-making methods I post are ones I think can be viable, maybe not with so many people viewing it at once, but in the long term. So obviously check out some of the newer stuff to get ideas, but if you really want stuff that may be able to hit home, if you go into the later videos, it really could be something that would be helpful for you. So yeah, basically, if you can still make good money off buying compost, I really don't know what method I am going to ruin. A lot of this stuff just bounces back with time, and guess what? If it doesn't bounce back, that's because people find it viable enough to do, and people that watch my videos think it's still worth it for them to do. So while you individually might not be happy with the current rates, someone out there is, and that's the important part, is that I'm spreading enough methods in game for you guys to actually have fun and enjoyable options to be able to train your account.